solemnly swear I faithfully and bear true allegiance and duties, and will also not corrupt others, nor hate process, and in and outside the public service. I will always follow the path of justice.
These responsibilities impose a high burden on these officials, but they are crucial for the effective discharge of the governance agenda of the Kaduna State government in this final lap of our 2 tenures of office. We are in the closing stages, ladies and gentlemen, but the 19 months that remain to complete our mandate are as important as the first months of our tenure back in 2015. We intend to finish as strongly as we started. That is the oath we took, and that is the responsible thing to do. This explains why we are still introducing reforms, backing them up with laws and implementing them. We've initiated many reforms as we pursue our progressive attainments. While we do not assume that we can change everything in 8 years, we have positively amended as many institutions, laws, and practices as we can. My Lord, ladies and gentlemen, government is a continuum. We've created a strong platform upon which our successors can build, allowing them to focus on governance and the attainment of progressive goals. We have moved away from the notion of dispensing largesse and the sharing of money as the purpose of government. Since 2015, we've freed government from the previous practices of, for instance, sponsoring pilgrimage, and we've prioritized human capital development, investing massively in education and healthcare, infrastructure and investments and jobs. We have focused on public service reform and law and order, as well as undoing some of the unintended consequences of previous decisions and policies, some dating back 4 decades, and others beginning with the restoration of democracy in 1999. And this will continue to do until our last day in office. It is with great pleasure that I congratulate the new High Court judges on their appointment. Left to us, we will be swearing in many, many more persons as judges today. The credibility and effectiveness of the law and order strategy depends on the speedy dispensation of justice. Speedy justice cannot be dispensed by overworked judges, and I have complained without number that our High Court judges in Kaduna are extremely overworked. None of our judges has less than 200 cases, some as many as 350. It is impossible for justice to be dispensed quickly in this kind of situation. So we need many more judges, and we hope we'll get them. We want to lighten the burden of our judges, but our ability to appoint more of them is constrained because the National Judicial Council has to recommend to us to appoint. This is an anomaly introduced by the drafters of the 1999 Constitution, which effectively foisted a unitary judiciary on the Federation. We hope that the ongoing constitutional review process will remedy this contradiction so that we can double the number of High Court judges we have in Kaduna State, because we can't pay for them, we can't take care of them, and we can lighten their workload accordingly. I congratulate, my Lord, the justices just sworn in, and I wish you well in your very, very, very difficult assignment. May the Almighty God guide you. To the new commissioners appointed to administer the cities of Kaduna, Kafanchan, and Zaria as integrated organic cities, I can only say that I wish you every success in translating this administrative innovation into a successful reality. You can count on our support in the hard work required. Already, it is obvious that some people do not understand the concept of the metropolitan authorities. Our major cities are bigger than the local government councils in which they have been balkanized. For instance, for planning purposes, the boundaries of Kaduna metropolis are 40-kilometer radius from the post office on Hospital Road. We need a structure to manage this metropolis and the many needs of the people and businesses who live in Kaduna and feel it as Kaduna metropolis, not 3 or 4 local governments. The Kaduna Capital Territory did this job until the late 1970s. For those old enough To remember, Kaduna was always administered by an administrator who was the administrator of the Capital Territory. Things worked much better then. The replacement structures that came after the 1976 local government reforms have not worked as well as the Capital Territory administrative structure did. This is why we are going back to it.